Good evening and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Tonight we're going to discuss the executive order on establishing the National Quantum Initiative Advisory Committee. So let's dive right in. By the authority vested in me as President by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including Section 104A of the National Quantum Initiative Act, Public Law 115-368 Act, and Section 301 of Title III, United States Code, and in order to ensure continued American leadership in quantum information science and technology applications, it is hereby ordered as follows. Section 1, Establishment. The National Quantum Initiative Advisory Committee is hereby established. The committee shall consist of the Director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy, or the Director's designee, and not more than 22 members appointed by the Secretary of Energy. Committee members shall represent industry, universities, federal laboratories, and other federal government agencies. Committee members must be qualified to provide advice and information on quantum information science and technology research, development, demonstrations, standards, education, technology transfers, commercial application, and national security economic concerns. The Director shall serve as a co-chair of the committee. The Secretary shall designate at least one of the committee members to serve as co-chair with the Director. Section 2, Functions. In Section A of Functions, the committee shall advise the Secretary and the Subcommittee on Quantum Information Science of the National Science and Technology Council, the Subcommittee, and make recommendations to the Secretary to consider when reviewing and revising the National Quantum Initiative Program established pursuant to Section 101 of the Act. The committee shall also carry out responsibilities set forth in Section 104 of the Act. Section B, the committee shall meet at least twice a year and shall, Section I, respond to requests from the co-chairs of the committee for information analysis, evaluation, or advice relating to quantum information, science, and technology applications. Section II, solicit information and ideas from a broad range of stakeholders on quantum information science in order to inform policymaking. Stakeholders include the research community, the private sector, universities, national laboratories, executive departments, and agencies, state and local governments, foundations, and nonprofit organizations, and III, respond to requests from the subcommittee. Section 3, Administration. Section A, the heads of agencies shall, to the extent permitted by law, provide the committee with information concerning quantum information, science, and supporting technologies and applications when requested by a co-chair of the committee. Section B, in consultation with the Director, the committee may create standing subcommittees and ad hoc groups, including technical advisory groups, to assist and provide preliminary information to the committee. Section C, the Director may request that members of the committee, its standing subcommittees, or ad hoc groups who do not hold a current clearance for access to classified information receive appropriate clearances and access determinations pursuant to Executive Order 13526 of December 29, 2009, Classified National Security Information, as amended, or any successor order. Section D, the Department of Energy shall provide such funding and administrative and technical support as the committee may require. Section E, committee members shall serve without any compensation for their work on this committee, but may receive travel expenses, including per diem, in lieu of subsistence, as authorized by law, for persons serving intermittently in the government service. 5 U.S.C. 5701-5707. Section 4, General Provisions. Section A, insofar as the Federal Advisory Committee Act, as amended 5 U.S.C. App FACA, may apply to the committee, any functions of the President under the FACA, except for those in Section 6 of the FACA, shall be performed by the Secretary of Energy. in consultation with the director in accordance with the guidelines and procedures established by the administrator or general services. Section B. Nothing in this order shall be construed to impair or otherwise affect. Sub I. The authority granted by law to an executive department or agency or the head thereof. Or second, double I. The functions of the Director of the Office of Management and Budget relating to budgetary, administrative, or legislative proposals. Section C. This order shall be implemented consistent with the applicable law and subject to the availability of appropriations. Section D. This order is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or in equity by any party against the United States, its departments, agencies, or entities, its officers, employees, or agents, or any other person. Donald J. Trump, The White House, August 30th, 2019. And in regards to that, Google Quantum, what does it mean for XRP and crypto? A lot of people are concerned that with this new quantum executive order, with the new quantum computers, is XRP even safe anymore? But we're going to get into that. Google recently announced they achieved quantum supremacy, the holy grail of quantum computing, and major progress of the new tech. While incredible news for the science and tech community as a whole, what does it mean for XRP and cryptos? Will they be hackable? Quantum computing is now ready to go. Google appears to have reached an impressive milestone known as quantum supremacy, where a quantum computer is able to perform a calculation that is practically impossible for a classical one by new scientists. In their latest run, Google set an equation that would take a regular supercomputer 10,000 years, took just minutes. Many are worrying quantum computers could be powerful enough to hack algorithms and the encryption of XRP and crypto. Quantum computers could also be used to crack some forms of encryption that keep the internet secure. However, people are already working on alternatives that wouldn't be so easily broken. There are certain quantities that you would like to know that you can't easily learn from experiment and can't calculate with supercomputers today. From Scott Aronson, University of Texas. Whilst this is a gigantic leap in progress for quantum tech, full mastery may be many years off yet. The issues holding it back are complex. At the quantum level, things get very unpredictable in a machine that is required and designed to be perfectly predictable. Also on the quantum computer to-do list is error-correcting codes. Classical computers have mechanisms to make sure that when little mistakes happen, they are automatically rectified. The same will be needed for quantum computers, especially considering the delicate nature of qubits by new scientists. The issue is scaling of quantum qubits at that scale. Everything seems to do its own thing, leaving tech experts scratching their heads. Google's current quantum computer, Sycamore, consists of only 54 qubits, of which one failed, but experts say they will likely need thousands. We shouldn't get too carried away with this. It is an important step in the era of quantum computing, but there's still a long way to go yet. Qubits must be isolated from vibrations as they can be easily disturbed, and there are many competing ideas on how best to do this, as well as Google, IBM, Microsoft, Intel, and others are all looking at how to advance the technology. By Ciaran Gilligan Lee, University College London. Although quantum computers may be a way off, it is generally accepted that once mastered, they will be very real threat crypto security. And it is not only digital assets that we need to worry about. Quantum computers could also render most internet encryption useless. This dramatic speed of relative to all known classical algorithms provides an experimental realization of quantum supremacy on a computational task and heralds the event of a much anticipated computed paradigm by the Financial Times. Bearable Dave. Ripple CTO David Schwartz has answered concerns surrounding quantum computers and says it is something they can tackle, and XRP should be safe. Safe for now. As we have said, it is likely that the technology needed to break crypto and XRP and crypto is some years off. With geniuses like David Schwartz working on counteracting quantum computing power, it is unlikely to be a major concern for some time. It's definitely a threat. Fortunately, it's not that difficult to add new crypto algorithms to the XRP ledger, and you can keep your existing receiving addresses as well. David Schwartz, Ripple CTO. According to Schwartz, it would not be difficult to protect XRP from quantum computing power. Just add a new algorithm once needed. As for Bitcoin and other digital assets, they are just as vulnerable as XRP. As open source technology, the solution would likely be shared. Joel Katz also tweeted, yes, all additional algorithms could easily be added just as we added ED25519. Existing accounts can be re-secured with a new key if desired, so you won't need a new REPL address. We haven't actually added any quantum-safe algorithms yet because none of the ones available today are perfect for our use case. And any algorithm we add will have to support forever. So we would prefer to wait as long as we safely can so that we'll have the most information to make the choice of algorithms to implement. David Schwartz, again future-proof, says there are systems that can be installed into the XRP ledger that would protect it from quantum attack, but it is as yet unnecessary. So, kind of putting your mind at ease when you hear all this quantum talk of the new quantum computers and the new executive order in regards to the National Quantum Initiative Advisory Committee. Again, just remember what David Schwartz said, XRP is safe. And as needed, if the quantum computing and quantum initiative becomes a threat, then they will add additional algorithms to protect XRP. So sleep tight knowing that. And again, this is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. All of the content will continually be provided in the description below. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And we are hoping you're having a great night. Catch you in the next one.